These 5 diet hacks actually helped me get shredded for the first time in my life. If you've been following my channel, you know that I got shredded so that I can go to the Philippines and look great, because of course. But food there is super cheap and it's super good. So I came back, I gained a bunch of weight. I gained like 10 pounds. And I realized that, damn, this cut so far has been really easy because all I've been doing is pretty much the exact same thing. So if you're currently on a cut or you're trying to get lean and aesthetic, then try these 5 things, because I swear these actually got me shredded for the first time in my life, and it actually made it easier. First thing is to just eat the dessert, because everybody says that you can't be eating sweets, desserts, junk food, all of that while you're on a cut. And I'm just like, dude, why? Life sucks. I like eating those things. So how can I eat those without actually having to gain weight and gain fat? Well, honestly, if you think about it, because the way that I operate is very logical. I was thinking, either way, you're gonna suffer. If I don't eat what I want, I'm gonna be pissed off. If I do eat what I want, but I overeat, then I'm still gonna get pissed off. So I much rather get pissed off in a scenario where I somewhat benefit by getting what I want. The issue here is, how do I eat it and get what I want and feel good without going over my calories? So there's 2 options. Number 1, you either skip a meal for the day so that the calories you use for that meal can be used for dessert, or you can eat the dessert, but make sure in that same day or the day after, you train extra hard, usually cardio based, because that's what burned the most calories. And you're pretty much gonna try to burn the amount of calories that you ate. If you look at both situations, the first one where you don't eat the dessert at all, yeah, I guess you won't risk going over your calories for the day, but you're gonna be pissed off and you'll be miserable because you can't eat what you wanna eat. But in the second situation, you actually get to eat what you wanna eat, and even if you do go over, you still minimize the risk of going over in the long term to gain fat. Fat loss isn't just a day-by-day thing, it's a weekly thing. So even if you go over your calories one day slightly, it's not going to affect the overall bigger picture at the end of the week. So if you do want to eat dessert while you're cutting, then I personally think you should just eat it, because again, you're going to suffer anyways by either having to skip a meal or train extra hard. So might as well choose that route, because either way you're suffering, but at least you get to enjoy what you want to eat. The second diet hack is soup. I love eating soup, and the best part is soup is pretty much just water, right? It's water with flavor. So you can eat as much of that as you want, and there's barely any calories, and it tastes really good. So if you're gonna eat like rice and meat or whatever, and you pair that with a large bowl of soup, then you're gonna get full really fast, and the calories that you've eaten are pretty much non-existent. So eating more soup throughout the week allows you to feel fuller, feel like you're eating more food, but you're actually not consuming any extra calories, or very little extra calories. And it doesn't even feel like dieting, because I love soup, bro. If you're Asian like me, then you know exactly how I feel. Third tip is fasting. So I've been preaching fasting on my channel for so long now. You've been following me. Fasting is the best way to lose fat, because you gain weight by eating. So the best thing to do is to avoid that action by fasting. I know everybody's like, how do you even fast for like the whole day? Because I get hungry, I feel like shit. And I realized that everybody can actually get good at this, because I used to fast a lot before I went to the Philippines. But when I went on vacation, you know, everything, obviously food's good there, it's cheap, whatever. So I'd be eating like 3, 4, 5 times a day. I'd wake up, eat breakfast, have a snack, eat lunch, have a snack, dinner, dessert, everything. And then when I got back to Canada, I tried to fast again to go on my cut. But I realized that it felt so weird, because my body has been so accustomed to eating several meals a day. So I was thinking, man, why did it feel so easy back then? And I realized it's because throughout the time I was on vacation, I pretty much trained my body and my stomach to have more food in it, so that pretty much throughout this entire time, my stomach got larger. So when I got back, I was like, no, I gotta start losing the weight. So I started fasting again, and I just pretty much pushed through. I noticed after 2 or 3 days, I pretty much felt normal again, right? I felt like fasting was easy, and I could start doing it again as part of my routine. I spent those 3 days training my body to shrink my stomach so that it wouldn't be used to eating so much food so frequently throughout the day. So when your body's not used to eating, there's no need for it to expand its stomach, for food to come in and digest. So even if it's hard to fast for you right now, all you gotta do is push through it for the first few days, and you'll realize that damn, now it feels easier because eating doesn't feel like something I should be doing. I don't really feel hungry anymore. It's actually the opposite. I feel like I shouldn't be eating. I feel like I should actually keep the fast going. If you want to lose weight faster and you actually be more healthier, because it's healthier to eat less frequently throughout the day, all you gotta do is push through for like 3 days of fasting. Not the whole day, just I would say wake up and fast for the first 6 to 8 hours. Get that into your routine for 3 days straight. You'll start to feel like fasting is going to be a lot easier and you're going to start losing weight faster. So going off of that, I realized that the fourth diet hack is that dieting is really just a mental thing. So I know I sound like cliche, cringy fitness dude, but hear me out, okay? So before vacation, when I was getting lean and trying to get as shredded as I can, I obviously cut out carbs for my diet so that it'd be easier for me to eat less calories throughout the day. I noticed I'd be craving carbs throughout this entire process because I can't eat it, right? If I do, then I'll go over and I'll gain weight. This whole time I was thinking, man, because I can't eat carbs, I just want it more. And then when I got back on vacation, I just pretty much ate regularly. I wasn't on a cut or anything. I ate regularly for like 2-3 weeks. And I realized, like at this whole point, I didn't even crave that many carbs. I actually felt like I just naturally ate less carbs than usual. So I'm just thinking, I'm not even trying to diet right now, but I don't even crave having carbs and I don't even need it to feel fine and to perform well. And when I say carbs, I mean like rice, pasta, that type of carbs. So I was thinking, I don't even feel like eating this. So how come it was so difficult for me to not eat carbs when I was on a cut? Well, I realized it's just a mental thing, you know, because whatever you can't have, whatever you don't have, you just want it more. So that's why now when I'm on a cut, I'll still eat carbs, but I'll constantly remind myself that I don't have to eat it. It's not a need. I think I just want to eat it because I can't. So that's like a little mental trick you can use to stay consistent and on point with your cuts. Now, at some point, you're obviously going to need carbs and you're going to start craving it because that's just naturally what happens if you're going to be eating less. So that goes into my fifth tip, is that cheat days are actually necessary for a cut. And the way that I do it is I have a dedicated, controlled cheat day throughout the week to make things easier. Because in life, you know, to think about a time where you get something that you really wanted, and it only felt that good because you've been waiting so long for it, or you've been working really hard to save up money for it. Once you do get it, that feeling is just, it feels so good, right? It feels like you've earned it and every part of this thing you deserve. So that's what a cheat day is. I try to replicate that feeling of a cheat day every single week. So I like to have cheat days on the weekend. So for the first 6 days of the week, I will be on point with my diet, on point with my training. I pretty much put myself into a tunnel vision mindset where everything that I'm doing in the next 6 days is gonna lead up to my cheat day, and that's gonna feel so good. Like, I know it's tough right now, but this is part of the process. So pretty much I treat every single day as if I'm working towards that goal. And when you're in that mindset of like working towards something, you kind of just do it. You forget about like the hardships and the pain that you're going through. Your mind just gets distracted. So I'll be on point with my diet and I'll treat it as if I'm working towards one final goal, which is my cheat day. And then for the cheat day, I don't care about protein intake. I don't care about anything. All I care about is eating the food that I want without going over my calories for the day. And sometimes I'll go over, but at most I will get up to maintenance or like 100 or 200 calories above maintenance, so that at the end of the week, everything is still on track. I'm still on track to lose weight and I won't ruin the progress and the work that I've done the 6 days prior to that cheat day. So if you're finding it hard to stay consistent with your diet, just make it so that every week it feels like you're working towards something. Once you get that reward at the end of the week, you reset. Because when you set a goal and you're working towards it and then you finish it, it just feels so good. You understand that, damn, all that work that I did, it was tough, but it was so worth it. So you just got to replicate that feeling every single week so that you can stay consistent and you actually feel good mentally about staying on this diet and going through the difficulties of it. So these 5 diet hacks are actual things that I've done and tested, and I know it works. If you're struggling seeing results in your fitness and self-improvement journey, then you can hit the link in the description where we could possibly do some one-on-one coaching so I can help you reach your goals faster. Subscribe.